Bro, my HOA legit pulled up outside my house like they own my property. Ladies banging on my door at 10 in the morning like she's a damn federal agent. Screaming in public, telling me I gotta rip down NY security cameras. On NY walls, on NY home. Watch what I did next. If you want to hear the part where she gets cooked, I swear to God, this whole nightmare started on a random boring-ass Tuesday morning, like the kind of morning where you literally expect nothing except maybe one spam email, and maybe Starbucks messing up your damn order like usual. Sun was stupid bright. Birds were chirping. I just brewed my coffee. Everything was fine. And then boom, 11:04 a.m., that knock. Not a normal neighborly knock like, hey, how you doing? Nah, it was that cop knock. Bam, bam, bam. You know that heavy knuckle knock where your nervous system goes like, WTF did I do, even when you did literally nothing wrong? Yeah, that one. I walked to the front door, coffee still in my hand, half awake vibes. And when I open my door, she's standing there, HOA president herself. Miss High and Mighty. Miss I run this zip code. Miss I'm in charge because I print damn newsletters. Hair sprayed to hell, binder in her arm, sunglasses reflecting like she's Secret Service, pen in hand like she's here to sign a hostage deal or some crap. First words out her mouth. Not, good morning. Not, how are you? Nah, those cameras need to come down. Now. Like she's literally giving orders to a soldier in a war zone. And I'm standing there like, excuse me? She points her finger, right in my face, inches away like a literal school principal disciplining a child. HOA does not permit surveillance devices in shared view areas. Surveillance devices. Bro, she said it like I installed CIA drones on the block. I sipped my coffee and stared at her like this woman just said the wildest sentence on earth. The cameras were literally the tiniest Amazon buys you could imagine. 2 little 1080p cams. One covering my porch, one covering driveway. You can't even zoom in on a damn license plate. I laugh. Like out loud, no filter, I laugh. Because her intensity is insane. Surveillance devices? Lady, these are like $29 on Amazon. I'm not running the Pentagon. They're literally doorbell cams. Everybody in America has cams. Even McDonald's got cams. She doesn't even blink. She flips her binder open like she's flipping open the Constitution. You have 2 business days to remove those cameras, or we start fine processing. I swear to God the audacity made my coffee taste better. I step back slowly, lean my shoulder on my own doorframe, and I tell her, you're telling me I can't record NY property? She smirks, that power-tripping smirk HOA villains are basically born with. You live in a governed community. We decide what's appropriate. And that, we hit me like a truck. Because that right there, that is the root of HOA hell. That we own your life. That your house is not actually yours. That you're not a homeowner, you're a tenant of our authority. That one single smug-ass we is the entire personality disorder of every HOA tyrant. I whisper inside myself, oh no, baby girl, you picked the wrong dude. But outside, verbally I stay calm as ice. Because the person who loses their cool loses the case. Always. I say, okay, send a notice officially. I handle things legally, not off your porch threats. And that triggered her. Because HOA Karens hate calm men. They want reaction. They crave submission. They feed on fear. They want to feel like they're in control of the neighborhood's bloodstream. So she points again, like she's about to poke a hole in my chest with that damn finger, and she raises her voice so the whole damn street hears her Queen Karen proclamation. You do not get to record people on this block. And neighbor heads start popping out like whack-a-mole. Curtains shifting. Car windows slightly rolling. Husbands hiding behind half-open garages pretending to check a tool. Because HOA drama is the neighborhood UFC fight. I glance sideways, and I see 2 ladies power walking with those metal water bottles, slowed down like their front row at a boxing match. HOA president realizes she's got an audience now, so she gets louder. You have 48 hours, or we fine you $500 PR day. And she says it like she's reading a death sentence. I'm still just leaning on my damn doorway like I'm the owner of this set, which I literally am. I own this house. I pay the mortgage, not the HOA, and she looks insane. Like, actually, medically unhinged. Then she drops the golden line, the line that snaps something in my spine. You don't own anything here except furniture. This neighborhood belongs to the association. Bro, I felt my soul leave my body. She actually said that, out loud, right there, broad freaking daylight. I whisper wow under my breath. Then I look at her dead calm, totally emotionless, and I say, you came to the wrong door. Close my door slow. Click. Boom. I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I didn't debate policy. I gave her no emotional food, because this is chess. And Karens never expect chess. They expect screaming. I walk away from the door, step into my kitchen, refill my coffee, and I swear to God, in that exact moment, I knew what the next 48 hours were about to become. A war. A silent war. Me versus HOA. Property rights versus fake authority. Reality versus her delusional power fantasy. This wasn't about cameras anymore. This was about who owns the damn ground I stand on. And if you're still reading this part right now, if you're hooked into this story, you damn sure need to stay for section 2, because the next move she made was illegal, and I caught her. So I'm in my kitchen, pacing slowly, coffee in hand, mind already moving like chess engine level 3000. Because understand something, I am a calm dude, but I'm not stupid. HOA doesn't knock like that unless they already plan step 2. These people don't do warnings. They do setups. So I go straight to my laptop. I pull footage up from this morning, and I basically rewatch her entire finger-pointing Broadway performance from my porch cam. It's all there. 4K. Wide shot. Audio crispy like KFC chicken. She literally admitted power abuse on camera. Then I remember her exact threat. 48 hours or $500 per day. You know what that means? She was prepping documented non-compliance narrative to build fines and escalate to liens later. That's the HOA playbook. Every HOA tyrant uses it. Step 1, create the violation. Step 2, escalate to fine. Step 3, escalate to lien. Step 4, force sale/force compliance/force humiliation. So I said, okay, bet we're gonna turn this into her violation. Now here's the twist. Not even 2 hours passed, and she was back. No knock, no courtesy, no nothing. She literally tried to enter my yard. How? By opening my side gate, which is 100% private property, not community property, not HOA access. That's trespassing, period. And guess what? My side yard camera caught her hand on my gate latch. Like full close-up, full detail, big acrylic nails, red nail polish, ugly HOA ring, everything. She looks left, looks right, sees nobody watching, then she lifts the latch. My camera picks her face up perfectly. The look in her eyes? Bro, that wasn't professional HOA business. That was personal revenge. She was coming into my yard to take pictures of my camera mounts, so she could file a violation claim. That's literally sabotage. And here's the sick part. She never thought I'd catch her, because HOA tyrants think cameras are evil until the cameras catch them. That's the irony. They don't hate cameras. They hate evidence. I step out my back sliding door, loud enough so she hears gravel move, and she freezes. Seeing my face in the daylight, she jumps back like she saw a ghost. I lean on the fence like I'm just casually enjoying the view. Yo, you lost? This ain't a public park. She stutters. I was just checking your structural attachments for compliance. Bro, she didn't even believe her own sentence. I smile. You have a warrant of entry? She blinks. A what? A legal authorization to step onto my private yard. You got that? Or are you just breaking in like a crackhead with a clipboard? Now neighbors on both sides are peeking out their windows like squirrels. She looks around like she's trying to find any witness who would take her side. Nobody moves. Neighborhood loves drama, but they stay quiet, so they don't get dragged into HOA crossfire. She clears her throat. I'm allowed to view any potential violation in the association's interest. I tilt my head like a confused golden retriever. Lady, you are not law enforcement. You're not a code inspector. You're not a city official. You're a volunteer with a binder and too much free time. Get out of my yard. She gets loud again. If you refuse compliance, I cut her off. Nah. If you trespass, I file criminal charges. Real court. Big girl court. The kind where your little binder ain't shit. She froze. You know why? Because bullies don't know how to handle someone who isn't scared of them. They rely on fear. Fear is the entire HOA gas tank. Take away the fear, they got no fuel. So she slowly steps back and closes my gate. But before she leaves, she tries her final little power flex. This community will not tolerate surveillance spying on neighbors. I nod, and MY property will not tolerate strangers trespassing onto it. She stomps her little HOA heels like a toddler denied candy. Walks fast. Doesn't look back. I walk back inside and immediately download that video clip from the side gate camera. I mark it. I back it up to cloud, to USB, to external. Because this wasn't just trespassing. This was evidence. Evidence that she illegally entered or attempted to enter my yard for the purpose of manufacturing a violation. And now I knew exactly what the next move would be. She was going to weaponize the HOA board. That's where HOA Karens get real dangerous. Not when they're alone, when they go back to their little HOA group chat coven to generate collective pressure. So I prepare. I gather my footage. I gather my timestamps. I gather my legal references. I get ready like John Wick sharpening pencils. Because this is no longer just a petty neighbor fight. This is a paper war. Me, private property owner with evidence. Them, power-drunk HOA tyrants with clipboards. And I could feel it in my damn bones. They were about to escalate this into something nuclear. And I was ready, because now any next step they make, it's recorded, documented, chronologically time-stamped. The cameras they wanted gone, those cameras were now about to become the weapon that destroys their entire fake power structure. And what happened that night? Bro, the twist is even wilder. The HOA board called an emergency meeting about me. They wanted to vote to authorize legal action against me, all because I installed cameras on my own walls. And the way they tried to do it? Illegal procedural manipulation. Do you want to see exactly? I screenshotted every single text thread from their little emergency meeting. I forwarded the trespass video to the actual city attorney's office instead of arguing with HOA clowns. 2 weeks later, the HOA president resigned for personal reasons. The board quietly updated the bylaws. Now cameras are allowed for homeowner safety. I didn't take my cameras down. They took their attitude down.